get my club, did all the things that were said to be needed to be done in order to get your club. Ran the few rooms every week and got good guests and so on. And suddenly all the clubs came out, and straight away, all my rooms just went junk down in numbers substantially. I would say up to 80% down in numbers, 70 to 80%, maybe even more at times. And I would even say in the last, what are we now, probably a week in since the clubs came, that huge amount of clubs that were just opened out for everybody. I would say if we say that the difference between the first half of the week and even the last 2 days, has been worse again. So there's a transition going on even in the last week, I think, in that decrease. That's just what I'm thinking here now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can see. Go on.
Amazing. Okay, yeah. What were you gonna say, Sammy? Sorry.
Yeah, so I started a room on my own the other day, and that got about 65, 75 people. And then when we usually see Matt jump in, it got to about 100. So this was like a random topic we tested. We were, I was looking to hire someone, so that room got to about 100. So now we also played around with the positioning, because if you see some of the rooms that generate a lot of big numbers are actually people that have no followers, that have very little followers. So we even tried to play around with that, right? We stuck a couple of people at the top and got them to start the room, and again, those, like, the numbers were very indifferent. So I'm not too sure what's going on and how they are focusing on the discoverability. But for some reason the Instagram rooms keep doing well, which is, and I'm just tired of Instagram. Like, everyone keeps saying the same thing on Instagram. So I don't know what you've seen, Saint.
Yes, so I've noticed huge changes in Clubhouse. No, it's not only algorithm changes, but changes in like the way that people act as well, like with each other. It is really it's kind of weird, and it's kind of insidious, like how gradual it's all happening and stuff. But the biggest takeaway that I found in regards to the Clubhouse algorithm is that the best way to grow a room is when a room starts, and then as time goes on, more and more and more people with big followings join the stage. Every time that someone with a significant following joins a stage, it will get a throttle of new members. And I've noticed this, like, whenever I join a room with like no one in the audience, immediately as soon as I get brought up on stage, like 5 people instantly just join. So it is a case of, over time, by bringing more and more people onto your stage. And a little bit about what JT Fox says, when he rejigs the stage and stuff. I thought that was a myth, but apparently it's actually really true. Rooms get shadow banned, and it just seems preposterous. But yeah, like, as time goes on, I believe it's more and more and more and more people flood onto the app. More and more people are making clubs. More and more people are doing rooms, hosting rooms on the same thing, same topics. It's just competition, saturation, and but the cream always rises to the top. Like the longer rooms that give value, that people are pinging in, the quality content, the cream is rising to the top. And I'm saying, Jane.
Hi, this is Sarah. So I've tested a few things over the past month that I wanted to share. And one thing that we tested was having, the moderator to speaker ratio on stage. And it actually seems to favor having somewhere between 5 and 7 people on stage that aren't moderators. And the other thing that we tested is each time that someone speaks on stage, without me actually inviting people, it pings some people in my audience. So having a pass the mic type of room seems to do better than a one person speaking for a long time, because it shows the whatever algorithm they're using at this day and time that there's conversation and engagement happening in the room. The same with bringing new people up and moving people down. It shows that there's activity, and the algorithm or whatever they've designed this minute in time seems to favor that. I'm Sarah, and I'm.
Can I just say, as Summit, I so agree with Sarah, because I did one room just sharing my story, because people asked me just to share my story from the dump to being featured in Forbes. And I was the one speaking, and I had a ton of people join because of the title. But then literally by the end, I had about 7 people. So, but then when I switched and I did a room for women entrepreneurs to share their stories, and we were going back and forth and bringing people up and having quite a few moderators, there was more